What's up, guys? So occasionally people will send me a message about certain games that kind of fly under the radar and they're curious about them. I get messages all the time asking to check out certain games, but this one was interesting because I have seen it kind of pass by on the eShop when I'm scrolling through, or even honestly on the PlayStation Store sometimes, because this game is on all platforms. It's on Steam, it's on the PlayStation Store, it's on Microsoft's Xbox, it's on everything. This is the Switch version that we're taking a look at here, and the reason this game caught my eye a bit with that review that was sent over that I believe Game Informer did was because they described this game, this is Crayola Scoot, they described it as Tony Hawk mixed with Splatoon. And I read that and I said, what? That's weird. This was a game that was passing by. I didn't even really notice it much other than the $40 price, which I will say up front, I think the price is a bit high and that's why it's going to get passed over by a lot of people. I think if this game was $20, it would actually be kind of worth playing because it's actually kind of a fun game, to be honest, but it's missing a very large core component. This game does not have online multiplayer, and I think that's a big issue there for that price. Like I said, if it was a $20 price, I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe this could be bought just for fun one night with some friends, because this does have local co-op, local play and everything. But this game, yes, this game is Tony Hawk mixed with Splatoon, and I'm not kidding, it's just with scooters. So let me talk to you about this game a little bit while we play it. I've been playing it for a little bit now, and yeah, you can already kind of tell it's Tony Hawk, but you tag and shoot paint everywhere. And it does have that, obviously, the marketing for Crayola is there, but I also wanted to do a little look into who developed this. Let's check this out. This game is definitely a bit out of their wheelhouse. This was done by Climax Studios. They did the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games on Steam. They did some Silent Hill games for like Silent Hill Origins on the PS2, and I believe Shattered Memories on the Wii. And they went as far back as Sudeki on the original Xbox. Remember that game? Yeah, they did work on that. So this is not a normal game for them to be working on, but I have to at least give them some credit. What they set out to do here, it works, and it's kind of fun. Like I said, I just wish it was a little cheaper. Now, it's $40 on consoles. It is $30 on Steam, so I looked at that and I said, oh, okay, I guess that's a little better. No online multiplayer, though, is just a weird, it's a weird thing. I don't get that. Anyway, let's talk a bit about this game here. Yeah, it's Crayola Scoot. You ride around on a scooter, you pull off tricks, and then you'll tag and splat paint everywhere as you do tricks. So whether you're boosting around with B like this, you'll shoot paint everywhere, and you get points for that. Whether you're grinding around like this or performing tricks, you'll be just shooting paint all over the place. So you can technically grind into tricks like, for example, if I come around here, I can grind on this lip, and then I can try to do a little backflip with the tail whip and all kinds of stuff. I don't even know what just happened right there. But it's very satisfying when you pull those kind of tricks off because they send paint everywhere. It's all over the place, and it's just dumb fun. And the issue I have with the current setup they have with no online multiplayer is I can see the single player kind of running its course in maybe 5 or 6 hours, okay? So the idea here is you essentially have levels that you go through, and when you're done, you'll face off against the next legend, and then you take their position, and then you can buy their old parts that they had in the shop. So there's a full shop that you go to. Let me actually go up here and I'll show you that. There's a full shop, so it kind of drops you in a little area where you can kind of practice and play around and stuff, which is kind of, I mean, it's good. And there was a comparison for Tony Hawk and Splatoon. However, there's definitely aspects of skate in here because you use the right sticks to pull off tricks. So in order to jump, for example, you either press up or you charge up a jump by holding down and then pressing up to jump higher, and you do the tail whip and everything with the right stick, just like skate. In fact, they have moves where you roll around like that, and you'll kind of roll, and that's how you do those moves. So it's Tony Hawk with the arcadey nature. It's Splatoon with the tagging paint everywhere, because that is, those are game types. Splat as much as you can to win. And then there is the stick control of skate. There's actually some pretty interesting mechanics in this game, and I'm a little surprised because this does not feel like a game that would have that, right? When you're, I mean, how many people probably rolled right by it and didn't even give it a second mention. So here is the arcade. This is where you'll go to set up games with local friends. There is 4-player co-op or arcade where you're playing against each other. This is like the little leaderboard for rankings. You can see I'm at the bottom. You have to work your way up so that you eventually beat Neb, who's at the top. And you work your way through that. And in order to do that, you have to... Oh, and you do have your little skate shop, your scooter shop, I guess you'll say. Here, there are some loading screens here and there. It's something else I noticed. They'll kind of throw you into these loading screens randomly. And it kind of stops the action a bit because it's, as you can kind of see, it takes a little bit. Here we go. So you can change your splat color to whatever you want, by the way. I'm set to red. We'll set it to purple. So the workshop, you buy different parts, and those will affect your stats as you move up the rankings, as you can see. And they just do different things. There's like spin bars, so you can spin faster, for example, so you can jump higher there. And you basically get these, and you get money with that as well as you play through. They have clothing you can get that just essentially changes what you're wearing. I guess I can buy one, so I'm wearing like the Charlie Brown outfit right now, so we'll buy that. There you go. So you do have like customization. I don't think you can do anything with shoes. No, it's your helmet, your shirt, and your pants. Nothing with shoes. So let's go back to the Plaza, and then we're gonna do a bit of the single player that I can show you just so you can see what that's like. I mostly spent a lot of time, honestly, just kind of scooting around, I guess you'd say. So I guess not really skating, scooting in that main open area, just getting the mechanics down and getting the feel for it. I really didn't even play a ton of the single player just because I seriously spent like an hour and a half down there just skating around, just getting the feel for everything, and it's kind of fun to do that. But let's see. So we have a couple of different areas here. So we have streets, rooftop, city square. I'm trying to see what the team color frenzy. Okay, so this should be. Let's do that. Team color frenzy. I think that's going to be us just splatting the areas, just so you can see what that's like, because that's like I think the main mode. They also have Scoot, which is basically skate. You pull off moves, and the next person has to try to beat your score, and then you try to beat their score, and it goes back and forth. Somebody gets a letter, you move on until somebody spells Scoot, and then they lose. So let's work as a team to color the park. So I think I'm with one computer teammate here, and then the other two are going to be against us. So I was holding that scooter like a rebel there for a minute. Okay, so... Let's roll around here, and you do lose some of that paint, as you can see, but you get it back by either just rolling around, or I fell directly on my head, or you roll over your already painted area, and that's how you get your paint back essentially. And it's kind of neat. Like look, oh, okay, wow, okay, somehow I landed that. So you can just see it actually flows together fairly well. I don't think I can fall off of the grinds, by the way, like that. And you can kind of boost while you're grinding. So like if I grind up here and I'm slowing down, you can kind of boost, and it'll help you kind of speed back up for that. You also have those little areas there that just shoot paint, activate the sprinklers. And yeah, you can see me just kind of rolling around. I don't know, it's fun. Like I can see this being fun with like a group of people, and it's on all platforms. This is the Switch version. Honestly, it actually looks fine. I don't think visually it's like crazy looking or anything. Like I don't think they went crazy with the visuals or anything. I mean, it's got the kind of an artistic look, but like this isn't like 4K Ultra or anything that looks like that really needs high resolution or anything. It's just I see this as an arcade game, and that's kind of one of the reasons I really don't see it as a $40 game, just to be completely honest with you guys who might be looking at this. I mean, if this looks like it's a game you're going to play a lot of, I'm not going to say not to buy it, but I will tell you if it goes on sale for like $20 or less, yeah, maybe take a look at it. It's actually kind of fun. Like I said, somebody sent me a message. They're like, hey, check this out. And that's honestly how I found out about this game outside of just scrolling past it. I don't think I myself would have given this another good look just because of everything like Starlink. I'm playing Starlink right now, and Red Dead's out next week. I'm not a big Soul Calibur person, so that's not really in my wheelhouse. But like you can kind of say, I'm actually having fun with this game. It's a fun little game. My question is, would I feel like it was worth $40 if I was just scrolling through? Because I did buy this game. They didn't send me a review code for it. I was like, you know what? I'll buy it and check it out because people are curious. So there we go. I'm getting a bunch of money. We came in first by a good bit. It does that same percentage thing that Splatoon does, where it like looks around and tells you how much of the park that you painted or tagged. Team Color Frenzy, and it'll give you a bunch of points, and that'll help you level up to the next one. So I'm marking from 2 to 3. When I get to 3, I'll be able to then go and play against the next person. But you can see how fast you kind of level up here. So I don't think you're going to get a lot out of this single player. And that's why I think the online multiplayer is so crucial here. And I think that's why it's a big thing that's missing. I don't know if they're going to come back and add to this, because it's obviously licensed, I guess, from Crayola. It's done by Climax Studios. And then there's a publisher. Oh, who is the publisher? I can probably look at it. I mean, the developer is what a lot of people care about anyway. But fun game. $40 fun? That's up to you. Do I think it's worth $40 as it stands without the online multiplayer? Not really, but surprising game, to be honest. And it might be worth it if you enjoy the Tony Hawk games, if you enjoy the idea of Splatoon being thrown in there and the skate controls. We don't have Skate 4, so I guess this is technically the newest game that's using the skate mechanics. So there you go. That's the way to look at it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. It really helps out. And get subscribed, because we look at all these different games and everything that come out. And I'm sure we'll check out more random games, apparently. Apparently I need to pay attention to even these smaller games a lot more, just because, who would have thought? Crayola Scoot. Who would have thought? I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video.